Welcome to Flashback Tracks. Travel back in time each Friday to an era of big hair, leg warmers, and Walkmans.
Far out.
Veg out with some clips from Downtime Broadcasting's promotional audio cassette magazine from the 80s and 90s, right here on the World Wide Web.
Selling 101, the Sales University of the Air.
When the Robinson-Patman Act was passed, there were three major purposes of the act.
One, to make it unlawful for anyone in interstate commerce to discriminate in price or terms of sale between purchasers of commodities of the like grade and quality.
Two, to prohibit the payment of brokerage discounts or allowances where either the buyer or the seller is affiliated in any way, directly or indirectly, with the intermediary providing the brokerage services.
Three, to require that promotional allowances or services be offered to all customers on proportionally equal terms.
It was in the early 30s that large distributors and chain stores were getting special price advantages that weren't available to the small stores. On the basis of their volume purchasing, they had leverage. Hence, the Robinson-Patman Act sought to end these inequities where goods of like grade and quality were sold and where the effect of such discrimination would lessen competition.
Two major promotional methods have grown from this within the retail area. One is the granting of money and allowances to buyers of products in return for services or facilities furnished by the buyer for the promotion and the resale of the seller's goods. For example, co-op advertising.
Second, the granting of services or facilities to the buyer for the promotion and resale of the seller's goods. By discriminating among buyers and allowances, payments, or services, it is possible for a seller to actually create or tend to create a monopoly or a restraint of trade. The important factor is that any or all promotion allowances, services, or facilities must be available on proportionately equal terms. The best way to meet this requirement is by basing any payments, allowances, or service offered on the dollar volume or quantity of goods purchased over a period of time.
The most common type of promotion allowance is, of course, advertising allowance. Other methods include sample allowances and additional forms of co-op advertising and promotions. Some companies supply gifts and premiums for use. Whatever the methodology, a good salesperson has a good working knowledge of federal laws.
Travel back in time with us next Friday as we share more clips from the 80s and 90s on another rad episode of Flashback Tracks, exclusively on Promo Corner. Time to bounce.